So guys, now let us start with the concept of GLThreads. So GLThreads are nothing but they are glued version of linked list. So like traditional linked list, the end goal of GLThreads or the end objective of GLThreads is no different from the end goal of traditional linked list. As I stated earlier, we are just learning redesigning or reorganizing our data structures in a better or efficient way as compared to traditional method. So let us do a little recap. Now you know how to define data structures which represents linked list. So now you are familiar how to define structures which represent traditional linked list. So you can see that the first structure represents the node of a traditional linked list. And now you already know that a typical node of a traditional linked list has three members, that is left, right, as well as the data, which actually a pointer which points to the application data, right? And the second structure is the representation of a linked list itself. Now that you have already implemented a traditional linked list, so now I expect you that you know how to define and design structures which represents traditional linked list. Now against this traditional linked list, on the right hand side is actually the definition of glue-based linked list. Now as I said, glue-based linked list are called GLThreads. So the first structure is actually the definition of a node of a GLThread. So you can see that in the structure which represents a node of a GLThread, there are only two members. The first member is the left and the second member is the right. Now you already know that left and right members of a node of a linked list are actually the members which points to the left node as well as right node in a linked list. So can you spot the difference between the definition of these two nodes? That is, on the right hand side we have a definition of a node of a GLThread, whereas on the left hand side we have a definition of a node of a traditional linked list. So as you can see that the clear difference between the two definitions is actually the absence of this member in GLThread. In GLThread node definition, there is no member called data which actually points to the application data. So we will shortly discuss that why we do not have void star data as a member of GLThread node structure. And the second structure is again the representation of glue-based linked list. So again, like traditional linked list, it has a pointer which points to the head of a GLThread, that is pointer to the first node of glue-based linked list. And like traditional linked list, GLThreads can also has function pointers. And you can see that the additional thing GLThreads has is a member called offset. Now we will see that what is the purpose of this offset, why it is there, and what is the use of this offset member. So you can see that GLThread nodes do not have void star data member, right? So you can see that we do not have void star data structure in GLThread node data structure. So you must be wondering that if GLThread do not have void star data structure, then how do GLThread nodes holds the application data? So before jumping into this point, let us learn some more C. So looks like you are very curious to know now that how does GLThreads work.